Hey guys, what's up? The countdown begins. 8 more days till my 51st birthday. Woo! Yes, I will be 50 freaking one, y'all. Yay! I am so grateful, so glad, so excited, and that I'm here. I made it to 51 because, to be honest with you guys, I didn't think that I would make it because of, my tumultuous life. Like my life has been so hard. Like I've been telling you guys, I've been and 3 different times in my life, 3 different times I've tried to commit, suicide. I tried to unalive myself. I tried to take myself out of here because, again, of my life, my upbringing, the things that happened to me, up until now, being, physically abused, sexually abused, financially, emotionally abused, you know, not being understood. Nobody never understood me. And from that, I got, chastised a lot because of me being different from everybody else, not feeling and being loved. And you're loved per condition of what you can do for others. And when you can't do something for someone, you're not loved anymore. They treat you like crap. They treat you, like you're nobody. You know what I'm saying? And just being abandoned, neglected. My father passed when I was in my 20s. So I didn't. And then he was in and out of my life. I didn't know him that much, but he was around. But never feeling safe and protected. A lot of things that happened to me, nobody ever protected me. Nobody ever made me feel safe. I never felt like, like anybody cared for me because they didn't, unless I was doing something for them. And this started when I was a kid. This started young, early. My life has been hard since I was born, to be honest. And I understand now because when you're a chosen person, your life is harder than anybody else's as a chosen. See, only chosen people get it. Like if you've had a hard life and your life was rough and your life was jacked up all your life, and you're still here and you made it because of God's grace, God's mercy, God's love, because of God's protection, more than likely you probably a chosen one. Because we never had it good. We never had it easy. Ever. Okay? But thank God, thank God that I'm here. Thank God that I'm going to make it to see 51. So I'm ecstatic. I'm happy. I'm excited. And yes. And the trials and tribulations don't stop. But when you are walking with the Lord, they are more bearable. He doesn't put more on you than you can bear. So, yeah, I'm here. I made it. I'll be 51 in 8 days. Woo, 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 woo. This is great. This is good. And as I'm reading the word, right, I've been reading, I read all the time, right? But I've been reading, and I'm reading, and I'm in 2 Corinthians, right? But when I think of Paul, the Apostle Paul, and I think of all the trials Paul endured, Paul Paul went through some stuff, okay? Paul was beaten by the Jewish leaders. He got lashes, he got beat with rods, he was shipwrecked. He went without food, without clothing, for days or whatever. They thought he was a false prophet because they was like they didn't believe that Jesus appointed him as an apostle or as his disciple because he didn't walk with Jesus when Jesus was alive. Paul didn't do his ministry until like some years after Jesus. So they didn't believe that he was the appointed apostle, appointed disciple of the Lord. So they was like he was a false prophet and all these things. Paul went through a lot. Paul did everything to serve the Lord. He traveled across the world in that time, and he preached the gospel to people, you know and yeah, they treated him bad. He went through a lot. So when I'm reading this, I'm like, dang, Paul went through so much stuff. And then when I'm looking back at my life, and I'm like, I've been through some crap too. The same thing, being beaten, abused, and disrespected, and not feeling loved. No one protected me. No one taught me anything. Like, I'm self-taught, literally. I'm self-taught. A lot of things, and I understand that why I didn't taught. They didn't know nothing. They couldn't teach me things that they didn't know. They couldn't teach me anything. They didn't know anything Back in the days, I don't know really what was going on, but all I know is that I didn't get taught nothing. I'm self-taught. Honestly, I taught myself. That's why I stayed in books. I read a lot. The dictionaries, encyclopedia. Hey, Encyclopedia Britannicas. I love the encyclopedia. What? I was, and I learned from TV shows, or I just learned from watching other people, so, and I felt like Paul getting whipped with extension cords and anything else that they could find to whip you with, sticks and switches and all this stuff that, we used to go through when we were kids, growing up in the 70s, 80s, 90s. Listen, I tell you, my life was not hard. And because of that, I didn't want to be here. Because, I was like, why would I want to be here? Why? If you grow up, if you've ever grown up and you've ever felt like unloved, like God, we're supposed to love each other. We're supposed to be for each other, build, love, procreate, have a harmonious life, right? So when you are walking this earth and from a young age up until now, and you've never felt protected, loved, you never felt wanted, you never felt good enough, you never felt like you belonged, because you did see that you were different from other people, and you saw that how other people were treated as opposed to how you've been treated. You start to think something's wrong with you. That kills your self-esteem. That kills your self-worth. That kills, that just kills you. And then when you don't have nobody to, take you under their wing and teach you and love you and protect you and show you the way, and you're just out here like to the wolves, fed to the wolves, like, and you trying to daggone protect yourself by yourself, you sometimes don't feel like you want to be here. And, and then, now social media, and then when you hear about a lot of these young kids out there these days not wanting to be here because of social media bullies, and they may not have nobody in their family, and so social media may be their only outlet that they have, that they can feel like they're loved, they're wanted and everything. And then when social media is mean to them, and then they unalive themselves because of it. Yeah, so I'm grateful. Like, oh my gosh, I'm excited because I'm going to make it to 51 in 8 days. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do, but it don't matter. Because as long as I wake up, I'm here, I'm alive, I'm breathing. That's all that matters. And God is so good, and he won't abandon you like they did. He won't leave you like they did. He won't turn his back on you like they did. He won't lie on you like they did. He got you. If ain't nobody else got you, he got you. So, yes, let's build up these relationships with the Lord. Let's get a relationship with the Lord. Let's, trust in the Lord. Let's have faith. Let's be grateful. And, let's keep it moving. We can't give the enemy what the enemy wants. We cannot give Satan what he wants. We got the power. The power is ours. It's ours. God gave it to us. It's ours. It's ours. And, like I said, I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful that, I made it listen, my father didn't make it to 51. My father passed. He was like 48 when he passed. Yeah. So I'm like, yay, I'm grateful to be here. I'm excited. I'm happy to share, the word with you, to share testimonies, inspiration, to be of help or guidance as much as I can, to be silly, to interact, to build a community with you guys through your support, and so I'm looking forward to all these great things that you guys can help me to achieve. So be strong, guys. Be courageous. If you don't have a relationship with the Lord, get one. That's the best thing that you could have ever done. As I sit back and I reflect on my life and I see how my life was when I didn't have God and now that I do, it's a total big difference for me. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, I see my life is, I would rather choose this path than not. And yes, this path is harder, and I know that that's why a lot of folks don't have a relationship with the Lord, because it's a lot of work you got to do. It's harder, and a lot of people like the easy route. A lot of people don't like to work. A lot of people don't like to, you know what I'm saying, do what's necessary to change. They like those quick fixes. They like, You know, they like everything microwavable, fast, 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 fast. But when you're working and operating in the Lord, it's a slower path. It's slower path. You know, like they say, slow. The tortoise and the hare, and how the tortoise still won, even though the hare was faster. The tortoise still won, and the tortoise was slower. That's how it is, you know, and that's why he won. That's why he won, because he didn't rush it. Because when you rushing stuff, you know, and you're doing things, you know, and you don't have guidance, or you're being greedy, or you're just being desperate, or you're just like, I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it. I don't want to work with, I don't want to work at it to get it and to keep it, you know. It winds up going quickly. When you're working in the Lord, anything you do when it comes to the Lord, it's going to be lasting. But when you're doing things on your own, when you're out there on your own, you know, everything's going to be temporary. It's going to be quick. It's going to be temporary. You know, you might get a quick satisfaction right there, you know, right then and there, but it's going to be that quick. And then after that, you're going to be looking for more. You're going to be looking for more. But when you with the Lord, you're not going to have to look for more. You're not going to have to search outside. Because once you start going outside of the Lord, then that's when you find trouble. You know, you're covered and you're protected under God's umbrella when you walk with him. And things are much better. You're still going to go through the things, but because you have to. This is how it is. This is how it is. You know, because sin entered into the world, we got to go through this until this world ends. And so that's why we're going to go through the trials and the tribulations that we go through until the end, whenever that is. And it's better to do it with the Lord. Because, again, you got his covering. You got his protection. You got his favor. You got his love. You got his grace. You got his mercy. You have his forgiveness. And, you know, he got you. He cares for you. He wants the best for you. He made you. And he made you, to be honestly, he made you to depend on him, to have a relationship with him, to come to him. And then he will provide for you. So you don't have to go out here and try to get rich quick. So you don't have to go out here and try to do it on your own. He got you. He don't want you to do it on your own, because you were not meant to do it on your own. So give him a try if you haven't. It's great over here. It's peaceful over here. It's loving over here. It's so serene. It's yes. I feel good. I feel safe. I've never felt safe before, because nobody ever made me feel safe. You know, I feel so great. And it also gives yourself to know who you are. I am grateful that I'm learning who I am. I'm changing. I'm enveloping into the woman God created me to be. I'm more prosperous in my soul, my mind, my spirit. What? And then the prosperity comes thereafter. Once the financial prosperity comes when you're prosperous in your spirit, when you're prosperous in your soul, your mind. Then all those other things will be added unto you. And so you have to be steadfast. You have to have a relationship with the Lord. Like, if you want something from the Lord, if you want something in your life, then you have to have a relationship with the Lord, because he's going to be able to give it to you. Now, you still may be able to get it on your own, but you might have a whole lot of crap that you got to go through just to get it. And you might not get it, you know. And so when you have the Lord, you know, all things are possible. And when you trust in him and you let him guide your life, the Holy Spirit guides your life. The Holy Spirit, if you listen, if you follow, it'll keep you from getting into trouble. It'll keep you from getting into trouble. And it's such a great feeling. I feel so elated and so liberated. You get freedom. When you get set free, listen, you are free indeed. I refuse to go back to anything and or anyone that would cause me to be bound, to be shackled in these chains. Nah. No, I did all the work. I did the work. Ooh, and the work, you know, like I said, the work is hard. This walk ain't easy. So if anybody's telling you that this walk is easy, yeah, they're not telling you the truth. Because it ain't easy. But it's worth it. It is actually worth it. It's way better than, like I said, when I'm looking at my life then and I'm looking at my life now, I'm like, wow, there's a great big difference. There is a great big difference. Big. And this path is hard, but when I was out there, my life was crap. It was worse than this. This ain't nothing compared to what I was going through. I was living in hell, literally. Literally was living in hell. And right now, I got paradise. I'm in heaven. I'm loving it. Because I got God. You know, and he got me. And I ain't going anywhere. Oh, no. Oh, no, I ain't going anywhere. And, you know, and if you got a relationship with the Lord, yay, continue to keep going. Continue to keep going. And if you don't, get one. Because honestly, that's the best thing you could have done. And it's scary. It's foreign. You're like, oh my God, I don't know what to expect or whatever. That's natural. But do it. Like Nike. Just do it. Just do it. I'm just so excited. I'm happy for you. I hope you do it. I want you to win. Because this is winner's circle over here. We winning over here. We winning over here. We winning. We winning. I love to see people shine. I love to see people prosper. I love to see people being who they are. Their authentic self. Ain't nothing like being authentic. Ain't nothing like being authentic. Nothing. I didn't know who I was for the longest till the Lord called me. He took my butt up out of that muck and miry clay. He turned my little wretched self around. And now I'm here. And I'm like, woo, what? And I am able to be me. Free. I know what I like. I know what I don't like. I know who I am. I know who I never was. I don't let anybody define who I am. I don't seek people's approval. I'm not looking for nobody's validation. Nothing. Nothing. I am not lost anymore. I am not wandering the streets trying to figure out who I am, what my purpose is, why I'm here. I don't walk around feeling unloved because even if they don't love me, I love me. The Lord loves me. And I know that for sure. Because if he didn't, he would have let me do what I was doing those times. And I did it 3 times trying to take myself out of here. 3 different times, 3 different stages in my life. And if he didn't love me, he would have let me did it the first time. But no, he had bigger plans, plans that I couldn't see, plans that I didn't know yet. Now the plans are unfolding for me. And I am just like, oh my God, I am so excited. And I'm excited for you because I want you to win too, because you can win. This winners over here. You can win. Woo, we are victorious. Okay? Victorious we are. We are victorious. Listen. That's how I am. I usually relate things to songs, especially when it comes up in my head. I just feel like I gotta say it because that's just who I am. That's who I am, you know. But yes, I'm rooting for you guys. So, you know, come over on the winner's side. You know, the Lord is for you. He's with you. He got you. He's looking for you to come. He wants you to come. He's rooting for you. You know, root for yourself. Bet on yourself. Love yourself. Change. Do good for you. Do good unto others. Eat right. Exercise. Get out in nature. You know, read. Read the word. Read some good books. You know, do something that you like. Do something that you like that you never done before. You know, get to know who you are. Get to know who you are. Look at yourself in the mirror and see who you are. And if you don't like what you see, change it. And if you like what you see, continue to love it, embrace it, and continue to do what you're doing. Yes, it's a beautiful thing. God did not create us to be on this earth sad, broke, busted, disgusted, walking in fear, lacking, stressed out, not knowing if we're going to come. He didn't create us for that. He did not. He did not. So, yeah, I just wanted to say, because it's my birthday. It's my birthday. I'm just excited because it's my birthday. So, yes, if this resonated with you guys, okay, like it. Let me hear your comments. Come on, guys. Give me some thumbs up. Share it if you feel led. Subscribe even if you feel led as well. But I thank you for listening. I thank you for your support. I thank you for showing up. Blessings. And until next time, it's your girl,